Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Yep, you can hear me. Finna get this out the way real quick like. Hit the like button on the way in. It's too early for that swagger. Actually, it's not. I just don't feel like it. What up, KJ? Yeah, I got an F for my pop quiz. I'm not ready. It's too early. I don't feel like smoking right now. But I came outside to say what I want to say. I already know Biden gonna step down. Yeah, he gonna definitely step down. I think the COVID thing gonna be the thing to get him to step down. That's what they gonna use to get him to step down, rather. Big Brazy salute. Yep. Roly poly at it again. Yeah, man. Roly poly at it again. Rolling farting. Roland Martin wore a shirt on Piers Morgan saying, "Let my people vote." And I'm like, first of all, who is his people? Early morning swagger session? No, man, I ain't even bring the swagger outside. I say I'm gonna do this real quick, go back upstairs and go lay back down for an hour or two and get the swagger going later because we got to talk about Homelander Jr. Yeah, we got to talk about Homelander Jr. again today. But salute to you, Mr. 86K. Yeah, let my people vote. I don't know who his people is. I don't know. Who's stopping you from voting? And then on top of that, that sounded so weak. Let my people vote. What if people just say no? What you gonna do then? Let my people vote. If somebody say no, what is Roland Martin gonna do? And again, I ask again, who is not letting your people vote? Who is your people? Sometimes I dream like this. That shit is crazy to me. The way these race hustlers race bait, like yeah, all you gotta do is say crazy stuff like that, and people don't even think. You can say some crazy mess like that, and people won't even bat an eye. No vote is no bucket. Oh shit. Maybe I should have bought my swag out here. KJ up early in the morning tripping. Bolo, what's up? You got there 86K say, Bolo, what going on? Who is Roland Martin voting for Biden? Man, Roland Martin was mad as I don't know what, boy. But he did make an interesting point. He said, and if this is true, that's kind of crazy. He said they have to endorse Kamala. Excuse me. I was wondering what was taking them so long to drop Joe Biden and figure out who they was going to use. But Roland Martin shared something interesting. He said they have to endorse Kamala because if they don't, the money that they raised already, the money and the staffers that Joe Biden has will not be able to transfer to the new person if it's not Kamala. If they skip Kamala, they have to forego the money and the super PAC and the people that's on staff right now. So I'm like, dang, that's crazy. Man, I got me some swagger already rolled up. Damn, you lucky. But yeah, man, and I'm like, okay, so they gotta use Kamala. So now, there's people out there like, well, we don't like Kamala. So I think they got some infighting in the Democrats right now, but they have no choice. They can't keep going with weekend at Bernie's. Um, It's not really gonna go over well. DeSantos even called him. Yeah, why do I keep yelling? Dos Santos even called him weekend at Bernie's. So yeah, everybody knows it. It's going to be Kamala versus JD Vance. She's not giving up that position whether Joe got dementia or not, and she shouldn't. She was picked as vice president. Y'all thought it was a game and a joke, and now she there now. So deal with it. She's hoping and praying for a newer beginning. But I just thought, outside of that information that Roland Martin spoke that I pretty much didn't know about, so you can always learn from anybody. So I didn't know about that information that you gotta use Kamala because of the money issue. So that was some informing information. But other than that, he looked very weak by sitting up there with a shirt trying to gaslight people, talking about let my people vote. It's like, God, dog, get over that already. Everybody has a right to vote. Get you a goddamn on ID, bring your behind down to the polls and vote. Very simple. A very simple process. But let's get to some of the clip from Piers. I clipped up some of it. And just the animations, just the way this guy rolled his eyes and popped his neck. I'm like, man, it was weird to see. So let me see. First we got, I can't remember this guy's name. I don't know why I keep yawning. I've been up for a few hours. I've been up since about 3:30. So I've been watching YouTube since about 3:30. But then I came across this last video. I'm like, let me do this video, then I'll take a nap. So apologize for yawning every too damn second. But I went to bed early, so I woke up early. I woke up at about 3:30. But let me play this clip.
Free to say that this is approaching sort of a fascist sort of
Well, as you
ideology.
say, it's not just approaching, we're beyond it, right?
Yes.
I was saying on this network in 2020, I was saying in my writing in 2019, this is authoritarianism, this is fascism. People have to calm the hell down. Everyone used to cite a guy called Robert Paxton, who's one of this country's leading historians of fascism. And he would say, Trump's not a fascist. He doesn't meet the definition of fascism. Guess what he said on January the 6th? I was wrong. He's a fascist. Even Robert Paxton comes out and says, he's a fascist, right? He's got armed militias. He's inciting violence. Now he's straight up channeling Adolf Hitler.
Trump isn't hiding his authoritarian ambitions for a second term, from punishing his political opponents to locking up immigrants in camps to deploying the military, all while echoing the hateful rhetoric of Adolf Hitler.
Now, I also want to play you a mashup of a lot of other public figures talking about Trump.
Yeah, I saw it on Monday.
Let's play it again for viewers who may not have seen it.
Many are openly comparing Donald Trump to Adolf Hitler.
Trump's been compared to the German dictator by some throughout his presidential campaign.
Is Donald Trump really a fascist?
Maria Chappelle-Nadal posted this picture to Twitter yesterday. It appears to compare Donald Trump to Hitler.
Former President Trump doubles down on a phrase many say he borrowed from Hitler.
President Fantasyland decided to take a page out of Adolf Hitler's playbook last week.
Yes, Donald Trump took his Hitler cosplay to the next level.
Do you want to clear the air because you think you're being unfavorably compared to Donald Trump?
A unified Reich? That's Hitler's language. That's not America's.
New York's Daily News ran this front page earlier this week. Trump is Hitler.
According to the Washington Post, Trump has long toyed with the language of fascists.
Former President Donald Trump allegedly praised Adolf Hitler, saying the Nazi leader had, quote, done some good things.
Now, Minnie, with all due respect.
So they are comparing this man to Adolf Hitler, a man that killed millions and millions of Jews. You're going to compare him to Adolf Hitler because maybe he used a phrase that Adolf Hitler used? That's the same as killing all those people? And so when you try to call them out on the rhetoric that they use, they'll go to the stupidest reasoning ever. Well, he said this, that was the Adolf Hitler term. I'm like, what the hell? If you like something somebody said, you're going to call that the same as killing people? All the mass destruction that Hitler caused, you're saying Trump is the same as that? To me, that's crazy. And it's done on every news station. And then when some little kid hears the call, because after you call him Hitler over and over again, then they say he's an existential threat to democracy. And then they'll run that all over the media over and over again. You got the president over 13 times, the current president, over 13 times or 13 times on Twitter, calling this man a threat to democracy. The leader and commander in chief does the same exact thing as a absent-minded journalist, calling a man Hitler, saying a man is a threat to democracy over and over again. What do you think that's going to put into people's mind? What do you think that type of language and that type of rhetoric put into people's mind? Kind of like when they call black folks super predators. See, to me, old Joe is great at giving somebody a label or a title that people judge them based upon. Black males were called super predators. So therefore, when we got encountered with the police, when we were encountered with anyone, we were automatically deemed guilty first, and then we had to prove ourselves innocent. That's why when the stops with a black male, especially back in the day, they slam you down, be very aggressive with you, and then you got to prove that you didn't do anything wrong. Oh, see, all you got to do is cooperate. Just stop. What do you mean just stop? Bitch, you walked up on me for no reason. You're yelling at me for no reason. And you think I got to just stand here and accept it for no reason. I can't talk back. I can't say, hey, do you suspect me of a crime? It's shut the fuck up. You're playing lawyer now. It's all the disrespect. And the way that respect was broken down by terminology and language like that, super predators. So when you call somebody Hitler, or when you put these things out there in the atmosphere, you're doing that for a reason. It's not for nothing. If anything, they're doing the same thing that Hitler did. Hitler controlled the minds of people through the loudspeaker, through the imagery. And so that's why they attack imagery so much today. Once people feel like you deserve something to happen to you because you don't care, then they don't care. Once they keep demonizing our women and making them dress up and look like hoes through Sexy Red and all these women, there's going to be a consequence in society for that. Regardless of what people say, there's going to be a consequence for the behavior of certain things and certain things happening. That's why they put out the imagery of black males, black women in such disgust. They don't promote our women that are married. They don't promote our women that are doing it right. They say that's boring. They got Tia Mowry teaching all these women, even though all she getting is back shots, probably. All she getting is back shots and booze, leaving the kids at home to go get back shots and booze. Because in order to date, you can't bring your kids. So now the father, Corey Hodrick, is not around the kids. And now Tia Mowry is trying to go get some goddamn dinger, but calling it trying to get a relationship. And even saying she's going through a whole phase. So all it is back shots and booze. So who lose? The kids. And she's coming out here every day trying to convince the world that she happy as hell and this is what you're supposed to go through, girls. This is what you need. Drop your husband that you got, the safe space husband that did every damn thing you said, didn't cheat on your funky ass, and drop him because now he born. And go get the nigga that's gonna cheat on you, gonna cuss you out, gonna tell you bitch you ain't shit. Go get that nigga. And somehow this is what you need. It's a part of the process. And then try to go back to the safe space nigga after you get dragged up, burnt out, and that vagina turn into roast beef or beef jerky. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. So this imagery is what we got to start attacking. You cannot allow people to control your image. She want a real street ninja? Oh, she gonna get it. She gonna get a nigga to smack her on the booty and tell her bitch shut up. That's what she gonna get. And that's what she want. So she gonna get what she want. She want to see what it's like on the other side. She gonna get it. Now, let's play another video. This is Roland farting with this shirt on that was not only embarrassing, but it's a show of weakness, if you ask me, that a black male is up there saying, let my people vote. I know he thought this was revolutionary, but I just thought this was corny.
Things. Well, obviously they have. Do you believe it is unhelpful to public discourse in America that people keep calling Trump the new Hitler?
People call him Trump the Hitler. Republicans did. It was unhelpful. What's unhelpful is when we do not have policy conversations. That is unhelpful.
But why can't you just answer that question? Why is it so hard to answer?
When we go racist and non-racist,
hang on, Ben.
You don't actually talk about what the actual issue is. That to me is silly. And then when you spend 40 minutes on just that one question versus what are the
but you won't answer it either. This conversation, this question can be answered very quickly and we move on.
I answered it.
What
I answered it.
Do you believe... hang on, Roland. What was your... I missed it. What was your answer?
How did you miss it?
Should people call Trump the new Hitler, yes or no?
People shouldn't call Trump the new Hitler.
Okay.
If he quote Hitler, quote him.
Okay, good. So he's not the new Hitler. It's wrong to do that. It's inflammatory and wrong, yeah?
Do I believe he's dangerous? Yes.
No, that's not the question.
No. See, again, Piers.
It's not the question.
Piers.
It should be very straightforward.
No, Piers. You asked
Roland,
the question.
Is he the new Hitler? No. Should people stop calling him the new Hitler? Yes.
I've already answered it.
So people should stop calling him Hitler.
Okay. We're going to call him Trump. What's the next question, Piers?
I'll come to the next question. Now that you've answered... Fine.
After about 50 minutes. Great.
Fine. Yeah, but you know what? If Mehdi Hassan had answered that question like you did, it would have taken 2 minutes.
It's a waste of a conversation.
Actually, it's not. I actually think one of them. It's actually not, because the only way, because when a president of the United States, who was president until 3.5 years ago, who may well be president again come November, when he is nearly assassinated, and it is widely accepted by everyone in American public discourse that the rhetoric used on both sides now for a long period of time has got completely out of hand, and may well, we don't know, but may well have played a part in influencing someone to try and put a bullet in his brain. I think it's a legitimate debate.
We have no idea what the motive was.
No.
We have no idea. None of this. Literally, none of this. We're making assumptions. And what I'm saying is, that's nuts.
Okay, but do you accept, finally, before I move on to the other two panelists, finally, Roland, do you accept that it's actually legitimate to say that everyone should dial down the rhetoric?
It is legitimate for people to have policy discussions.
That's not my question.
It is nonsensical when people talk about violence.
Right.
I subscribe to the same position as Dr. King, as Reverend Dr. Jim Lawson, when it comes to the issue of nonviolence.
Let me bring in Elizabeth. Pip can be waiting patiently. Elizabeth.
Let my people vote. Oh, let my people vote. This nigga still think he in the 1960s Negro spiritual shit. Let my people vote. Russell Red said, morning, KB and good people. You had an epic live yesterday, but I like this content right here better. So let's make content great again, KB. Trump 2024 all day. Salute to you, Russell. Bolo said beef turkey. No, beef jerky. Yeah, let me get that J on there good. Beef jerky. Turning that thing into beef jerky. Getting that thing, bam, boom, bam. You know, that thing gonna turn into beef jerky with all that friction. You know what I mean? But Roland farting, man, all this bullshit. Let my people go vote. Oh, let my people vote. Like all these slogans. Come on, Roland, you could have wore a better shirt than that. Sit up there with a black shirt on. Sit up strong. Sit up straight. And stop all that animation with opening your eyes real big and squinting and rolling your eye, rolling your neck and being so animated. That man got the animation of a lady. Like he just, woo. I couldn't handle all that sass in a conversation. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Aren't we just talking? Like, why every conversation is almost like a performance? It's like he's showboating for somebody. Like, damn, just have a conversation. Chill. Have a conversation, bro. He one of them little geek types that try to showboat in a conversation instead of, and I guarantee he go back to historic shit instead of answering the question. You ask this man a direct question. Well, I subscribe to, we're talking about policy. Man, you ain't been talking about no damn policy. All you been talking about is black and white. When he get on the show, all he talk about is black, white, fear-mongering shit, and people can't vote. He ain't go up there and talk about all the Joe Biden policies on his show. I don't see him having a policy party on his show. All he talks about is race and stuff like that. We can't vote. We can't do this. January 6th. That's all they talk about. But let's go to a young lady who made a little sense on the panel, who talked straight up, didn't dodge no questions. She was just honest. Let's go with this young lady.
Trump back to the White House?
I certainly do. I heard you in the last segment as well think that, or say that you think Donald Trump will be the next president of the United States. I've thought that for quite some time now, and I think this weekend solidified that. I did not want this weekend to happen. I didn't want to get anything close to what we saw, but I think after what we saw this weekend, what we saw at the debate a few weeks ago, what we've seen in the polls, what we've seen with the approval ratings for this administration, I think it is pretty obvious right now that Donald Trump will most likely be the next president of the United States. This party is very united. Like you said, we've had a great few days here in Milwaukee that's going to continue.
Hey, yo, I gotta pause it 1 second. I gotta start it over. Hey, y'all, watch Roland Martin the whole time, man. Look, he mad as hell. He the only one moving and shaking. And she gonna say, for what just happened, I think Donald Trump gonna be the president. That nigga Roland Martin gonna look up like, hell no, she ain't gonna be the president. That nigga Roland Martin is funny as hell. Watch this.
Trump back to the White House?
I certainly do. I heard you in the last segment as well think that, or say that you think Donald Trump will be the next president of the United States. I've thought that for quite some time now, and I think this weekend solidified that. I did not want this weekend to happen. I didn't want to get anything close to what we saw, but I think after what we saw this weekend, what we saw at the debate a few weeks ago, what we've seen in the polls, what we've seen with the approval ratings for this administration, I think it is pretty obvious right now that Donald Trump will most likely be the next president of the United States. This party is very united. Like you said, we've had a great few days here in Milwaukee. That's going to continue on through his speech tomorrow. I think he is even a changed man after what we saw. I think people will see the side of Donald Trump maybe that they've been missing for a few years now. But I truly echo what you've been saying in this panel and previously. We need to tone it down, admit our wrongs, admit our mistakes, admit that this country must come first, put the future of our country first, put the negativity behind us, and propel Donald Trump, the only man for the job, into the White House.
And since you say that you think he's changed, I mean, it'd be hard to imagine somebody not changing when they come that close to death. It was a staggering, miraculous escape. Trump has, I'm sure he wouldn't deny this. He's been extremely vocal since he became a politician in a very aggressive way, often a very mean-spirited way, often a lot of trash talking, often quite dangerous rhetoric. Is part of the evolution of Trump Mark II, if you like, if he was to get the White House back? Are we going to see a different, more unifying president? Because it seems to me America is crying out for a bit more unity. And I think America was shocked to its core by what happened last weekend and wants a different Trump and wants a different Joe Biden and wants a different lineup of politicians prepared to say, you know what, enough of this. We have to get back to a place where we can be a more civilized democracy.
I completely agree. It's sad for me, Piers. I wanted to yell at you since I saw you roll your eyes at Susan Boyle like 15 years ago. And now we finally connect, and we agree on literally everything. I could not agree more. I think the country is desperate for change. Let's not forget, not only was Donald Trump nearly assassinated, but we did lose an American life on Saturday. We lost a hero. He died protecting his family at the rally. He woke up that day just wanting to support a man who he believed should be the next president of the United States and ended up not coming home that day. My family comes from the former Soviet Union. These are the kind of things that happen in those countries. This is not what happens in this country. And this is a moment for all of us to realize that we need to take a step back, think about what we've said, what we've done these last few years, and realize that America must come first. Our safety and our unity has to come first. And I think that is on the forefront of Donald Trump's mind right now.
Okay, let me bring in
To me, she made the most sense on the panel. Appreciate it. But yeah, man, Roland Martin looked so mad. His eyes kept blinking. He kept fluttering his eyes, rolling his neck, switching positions. He was the only one. Seemed like he had jock itch or something. He couldn't sit still. He covered his mouth. He uncovered his mouth. He shook his head visibly. No, he's not gonna be the president. It's just like, man, he was so bothered. He was so bothered by the situation. It didn't make sense to me. I'm not getting that bothered by nobody stating their opinion about what they think about the president and who's going to be president. He talk about the mad black man. He the only one up there looked so bothered and crazy. Like, it doesn't make sense. Hold on, who is this right here? Y'all, first of all, okay, this person is emotional because this is not really a question. Y'all, you don't know what we all think. You should ask it in a better way. Y'all have nothing to say about this narrative that guy was a hero, dude was trash. Y'all lost in the sauce. Okay, thanks for telling us that. We're really going to have a conversation with you now. You act so respectfully, and you really know how to talk and bring people together. Thanks for asking us that question. And your name is what? Your name is Thinkers Think, and you think that talking to people like the way you just talked to us is going to make us have a decent conversation with you. Did you think before you asked that question? Generalizing everybody in the chat as y'all instead of just saying, what do you guys think or something like that? I know, but that wasn't respectful. That was very general. Just coming into a chat of over 200 people saying, y'all have nothing to say about this narrative that the guy was a hero. like that's not gonna make people want to have a conversation with you because you don't know y'all. You don't know everybody in the chat. So why would you assume that that's what everybody's doing? They're okay with a narrative of him being a hero. There's some people in this chat can't stand Trump. Obviously, you're one of them. So why would you come in here making a generalized statement like that? That's what I mean. You guys get so emotional that you don't even know how to talk to people. I can't stand Roland, H Town. Roland from I can't stand Roland from H Town. We all see he a old feminine boule fake. It's folks like this, Boyce Watkins, wanting his 10% fake smart, but really scammers of their own community to beg for crumbs at the uncolored man's table. Salute to you, Russell. I understand you always been here, but what you just said was disrespectful. I understand that. Why do people always say that when you get called out on something you said? You could be wrong regardless of whether you already been here or not. The way you ask that question is not going to make people want to talk to you about it. What guy they calling a hero? The guy that they calling a hero died protecting his family. What would you call him? I'm just asking. What would you call a man that died shielding his family from a would be a little 20-year-old punk that's on top of a building trying to kill a former U.S. president? He died protecting his family, shielding his family and kids. What would you call that man? That's why they called him a hero. Now, you don't have to agree, but the way you ask the question, like, y'all ain't going to say nothing about it, like there's something that need to be said. Hell, I think he is a hero. He laid down his life for his kids. Everybody always say what they would do in that situation. He actually did it. Gunshots went off, and allegedly he shielded his kids right away and his family right away. So what would you call him? I don't know. But yeah, just the way you ask the question, that's all I'm saying. Ask questions where people you don't feel attacked and they can respond to you. Because we should have never seen this right here. This should have never happened.
Secret Service had before the shot went off, and they knew.
He was doing his job. I wouldn't even be doing this. I'd be at some beautiful place with the gorgeous ocean.
Look, they're all pointing.
The Atlantic, maybe the Pacific.
Yeah, someone's on top of the roof. Look.
They
There he
saw
is right
on the
there.
roof.
Right there, see him? He's laying down. See him?
Yeah, he's laying down.
And still I'm here with you fighting like hell to get a Senate.
What happened?
Civilians
and
noticed
take
it.
back the White House, because if we do, we're going to make America better than ever before. We're going to make it.
Yeah, look. There he is.
Officers have been alerted. Look how the seconds are going by as he's inching around on that roof.
Criminals.
Sneaking in place.
We have criminals. We have drug dealers. We have people that should not be here.
On the roof.
It's much tougher than it happened.
Right on the roof we got.
Ever. In recorded history, we're the best border. In fact, if they could ever put up a chart, I don't know if they can do it. Do you guys have access to that chart that I love so much? You don't mind if I go off teleprompter, do you? Because these teleprompters are so damn boring. I try and explain that. Oh, there's it. Wow. You guys are doing it. They're getting better with time. My guys, take a look at that chart. Take a look at the arrow on the bottom. See the big red arrow, right?
Look how
So
much
that's where I
time
left
passed.
office. That
Still
was the
nothing.
lowest point, and that comes right from the
He's
government
out. Look, aim,
services.
get in place.
Comes right out of Border Patrol.
And I want you to, again, I'm pausing the time, pausing the clock, as he just eloquently sort of pointed out, what's going on? What? How did this get missed?
Take a look at that. So that arrow is the lowest amount of illegal immigration ever in recorded history into our country. And
look at the time going by.
And then the worst president in the history of our country took over. And look what happened to our country. Probably 20 million deal. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple months old. And if you want to read this, you can say.
At that point, now you see 2 minutes in. 2 minutes in.
Yeah, see, that should have never happened. Dude was on social media promoting nothing but racism and violence against other people, but now he's a hero. Okay. See, but thinkers think. How do you know everybody in the chat saw him, what you saw on social media? That's what we're saying. You could have informed us of that. Hey, the guy that you guys are calling a hero, he was on social media promoting racism and this and that. This could have been the first statement that you said instead of saying y'all ain't gonna say nothing. Because maybe y'all didn't know that. We were talking about the act of saving his family. That's what classifies him as a hero, standing in front of a bullet for his kids. Now, two things can be true at the same time. Could he have been promoting whatever you're saying, racism online? And could that make him an asshole? Yeah. But in that moment where his family was being attacked and his family was there, he was a hero for standing up and taking the bullet. So can we say that now? He could be a dickhead in real life, but now that he's gone and the actions that he had showed that he was brave and he was a hero to his family. He don't got to be a hero to us. He could be a hero to his family. But it's like things like that is like, what is that going to add to the equation? Saying that he was promoting racism when he was alive, the man is gone now. So what's the point of talking about racism when a man is dead? We gonna talk about racism in life and after death, like Jesus. I told y'all, I was taught to be racist. I grew up racist in the beginning. So I don't give a damn about a racist. Like that's a mindset that you get taught. And people can change. Like who cares about who don't like you? I don't give a fuck about who don't like me. I would rather know everybody who racist so they can go over there across the street and I can stay on my side of the street. I'm not. If some of you, if somebody tell you that they racist, you want to go over there and, and change them and try to get them not to be racist. Yeah, why don't you like me? I'm black and I'm just as good. I'm black and I want to be just as good. I wouldn't give a good guy hoot about a goddamn racist. I wouldn't. What is it? What does a racist affect your life? Fuck him. Now, if he's standing in the way of trying to stop me from feeding my family, the corporate racism is what I don't like. The motherfuckers that don't want to give you the same opportunity, the permits and the things, the tax easements and all the opportunities that the white boys get, that's the racism I don't like. That is not equal opportunity. Fuck whether you like me or not. I wouldn't give a hill of beans about a person that don't like me. I'm sorry. That's just me. Because it don't really affect nothing. Okay, you don't like me. Cool. There's black people don't like me. There's white people don't like me, and it's all to the good. That's such is life. There's a lot of people in this world. There's a lot of people in this world, so it is what it is. No, I understand you just a type in your opinion, think it's thing. I'm off that. I'm just letting you know that ain't nobody know that information that you said. So to get more people involved in the conversation is just the way you approached it. Like, all you had to do is just let us know that information. We could have went from there. But so that's the wrong way to teach someone everyone bleed the same blood and all are human no matter what color. Yeah, I don't give a damn what you like. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't care. I just want an even playing field in business. Like KJ said, just level the playing field from a business standpoint and from a social economic standpoint, and I'm good. But as far as all that, me caring about racism to the point where I'm crying, trying to eradicate racism, I don't give a damn. How does that affect you? If somebody don't like you, long as he stay over there or she stay over there that don't like me, I'm good money. I don't care. Like, I don't understand it. We get caught up in the wrong shit. Motherfuckers be having all kind of shit going on, family issues, all kind of shit, and we worried about racism. Motherfucker, your auntie ain't speak to you in months, and you worried about racism. Your sister don't even like you, and you worried about racism. You and your brother fight like cats and dogs, and you worried about racism. Don't you got some shit you can fix in your household and your family before you worry about racism? Don't you got a cousin that you ain't seen in years and all you gotta do is go apologize for some shit you did, but you worried about racism? Like, it be that weirdo shit like that. Well, listen, man, I gotta go. I've said I was gonna give about 30 minutes and then go up here and take me a little nap till about 8:30. So that's what I'm about to do. I appreciate y'all for coming to check out a bus. I'll be back. We're gonna be talking about Homelander Jr. and a little bit more politics, but we won't be talking about no SVS sector. So y'all have a blessed day. Yeah, he said thanks for the clarity. Just to clarify, I give no F's about racism. Yeah, I'm saying I don't give a damn about racism. Like fuck them. Like just stay on your side. Because like I said, I was taught racism too. Shit, so I had to grow and learn that. Like I said, it's good people that's white, it's good people that's black, it's good people that's Asian, but there's also some horrible people in every last one of those races, including our own. So it is what it is. That nigga said, I'm still waiting on my W2 KB. Yeah, man, that's crazy. But salute to y'all, man. They talk about peace, y'all. F racism. Yeah, man. F that shit, man. I'm focusing on my family, my bag, and making amends with people that I may have done something wrong to. So shit, it is what it is. Racism is not on my priority list. It's other shit I need to handle first before I start dealing with racism. But y'all have a blessed day. I'm up out of this thing. I'm gone.